Hi everyone, got the palazzo trouser with me. The line you're seeing there is my starting line. Then I folded my fabric into two. I used 15 inches for the wideness of the trouser. At the waistline, I use my hip measurement because I'll be adding an elastic to the waistband. So from my waist I used I input my waist measurement. From my waist, I measured from my waist to my hip line, from my hip line to my crotch depth. Then from my crotch depth, I came down. Okay. Waist to hip line to crotch depth. Then from my crotch depth I came down by 3 inches for my lap measurement. So that's why I'll be measuring my lap measurement. So I connect everything, all the lines together. So that's me measuring my hip measurement. My hip and my waist are the same thing because I'll be adding an elastic to the waist, so I use my hip measurement for my waist. That's my I also measure my hip on my crotch length and I connect them together. So on my lap line, so I'll be measuring my lap, I'll be inputting my lap measurements. So I divided my lap measurement into two, and I put it there. Hey, at that side I divided what I get for my hip measurement into 4 to get my crotch extension. That's what I was doing there. Then after that I measure my lap measurements. Then I connected it to the down part. My trouser length, my client's trouser length is 41. Then I added 3 inches to it, so that after sewing it might have some so I will have to trim it, so that it's sometimes it might be shorter, so I just have to be on the safer side, so I'll be trimming excess later. So that's all for the front measurements. Then I cut it out. Then for my back trouser, I measured at the at the crotch extension. I measured 2.5 inches, but for the rest I measured 2 inches waist I use 2 inches for the waist, but for the crotch extension I use 2.5 inches for the crotch extension, but for the rest I use 2 inches. For the upper part, I think I use 1 inches, then I connect it to the waist side, so that when I'm done sewing it, it won't be showing my client's bum bum anytime she bends down. So that was why I added 1 inches at the upper side of the back trouser. Thanks for watching.